Chillaxing.
Maliwanag yan dito sa harapan natin.
Thanks, man. What's up? It's 4 a.m. Lord, keep us safe. Let's go. Sige ako huli. Oh my god. Ang lamig.
Fucking hell. Tama pala yung nag-leggings ako. Sabi ko kanina, shorts lang ako eh.
What is up guys, Moto HK here, and hope you are all doing well. You probably already know from the title that this is the last episode for this Moto Vlog series on our adventure in Sagada. This was our last day before we leave, and my friends RJ and Locomotive Pugsi had this early morning surprise trip, which I had no idea what they were up to, but they said I would like it. And as with all suspicious invites from friends, where they say to just trust them, you probably just say yes and run with it. All they said to me was that it was an early morning ride to a secret place, and we would need to hike there by sunrise.
Good morning, guys. So, no oras na. It's around a little bit after 4 a.m. We're here taking a early morning hike to a surprise location, and we'll take you guys with us. As usual, kasama namin si Kuya Joseph dito sa
Good morning.
Good morning. Marami na naman baon to na jokes. Alright, I'll start the hike. What's up, guys? We're here at the summit, or at least where the viewing place is. And you can see there's a station here with some food and stuff, and beautiful view. Beautiful. Actually, a lot of people have the same idea as us. But yeah, if you're here, you get a chance to go here, try it out.
What an awesome way to start the day, guys. As someone who didn't do research into Sagada and just said fuck it and followed whatever itinerary my friends planned, I was totally blown away by the sea of clouds. I would later learn that this was the famous Marlborough Hill, which the locals have named from the cigarette ads that showed images of cowboys riding on grassy plains and mountains. While there were no cowboys here, there were still riders, as the four of us were carried here hundreds of kilometers away from the city by our trusty two-wheeled steeds. The surprise didn't end there, as Tantan found a very apt souvenir in one of the stalls to mark the occasion. RJ, which I learned during that hike was apparently a coffee connoisseur, had brought along his paraphernalia and proceeded to prepare some brewed coffee, which made this the quintessential Sagada brew. This is the life, guys. Drinking Sagada brew coffee with your friends while watching the sunrise surrounded by a sea of clouds in one of the most beautiful places in the Philippines.
You sign it while I'm moving it.
Sige. Yun naman sign ko. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Bala sa buhay mo.
Hello, Tactile stop, DMC, intercom.
Mauna na kayo.
Alright guys, after that nice coffee, Sagada Brew coffee brewed up in that Sagada trail, Sagada sunrise. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's here. May parang night market sila eh. Oh.
After the awesome Sea of Clouds experience, we went to Log Cabin for brunch. Log Cabin, as the name implies, is a rustic lodge house which used to be a residential home converted into a bar and resto. It is famous for their Saturday buffet and is one of the original go-to places here in Sagada, established back in the late 90s. This was our last day in Sagada, and as you probably know from the previous episodes, RJ's Vespa PX Gandalf was out of commission due to the broken rear shock. With the help of his supportive wife, he had the needed part shipped to Sagada from Manila through the well-known Coda Lines bus service. Ugsi would drop RJ to the Coda Lines station near the town square, where RJ would get the spare part, take a jeepney from Sagada to the town of Bontoc, where his PX was kept safe and sound by a local motorcycle shop, and then hopefully the local mechanics can replace the shock and allow RJ to ride to Sagada and then ride back with us the next day. It was a moonshot, as no mechanic in the shop, or much less Bontoc, had worked on a Vespa before, and as we waited in suspense for RJ to return, we got even more worried when it started to rain.
Ayan na! Tangina, pare. Tangina. Congrats, Gandalf. Gandalf the White.
Gandalf
Hindi
the
na
White.
gray.
Go, Gandalf the White.
Lupit, pare.
I wanna cry.
I know.
I wanna cry.
Emotional ako.
Grabe. Oo, nakita ka na doon eh.
Let's go!
Tangina.
Let's go!
Against all odds, the old Vespa PX 150 Millennium Edition had made it to Sagada. Just like in the Lord of the Rings saga, Gandalf had returned and was resurrected to Gandalf the White. We were all ecstatic for RJ, who was overjoyed that his scooter had finally made it to Sagada and that he would be riding it back home with us. If you want to follow RJ's side quest from his perspective, check out the bonus video in my channel. And with that, our last day in Sagada draws to a close. We had dinner in Masfere Country Inn, which was named after Eduardo Masfere, a Filipino-Spanish photographer who documented Cordillera life in the early 20th century. Afterwards, we indulged in Locomodo Boogsy's addiction to Sagada brew with some cakes for dessert. Life is good. Our last day went by in a blur. We left our Airbnb at around 6:30 a.m. the next day to start the long ride back to San Jose. We left Sagada in awe as we saw the beautiful sights we didn't originally see in the darkness when we first rode here. And on the way back, we stopped over the shop which resurrected RJ's PX to say goodbye.
Guys, this is where our friend RJ got his bike fixed, so we're just saying goodbye before we go home. Salamat sir, ito yung ano, ito yung umayos na motor ng kaibigan namin. Maaari.
Yan, last.
That's it.
Sige, ingat kayo ah.
Okay. Thank you.
And that's a wrap, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this series and consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. It really helps give me energy to make these videos, not just for my riding buddies, but also for random viewers like you watching this on YouTube. Thank you to Kuya Joseph, our guide, Kuya Jerry, who owns the motorcycle shop, and Kuya Joseph, the mechanic, who fixed RJ's Vespa. Thank you to everyone in Sagada for being such lovely hosts. Most of all, thank you to my riding buddies, Locomotive Boogsy, RJ, and Pantan for the awesome ride. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe, everyone.